So Eric and I have decided to have a child for the tax benefits. Roll the intro!
All I smell is banana.
Because I just ate one.
It's strong banana.
Do you not like it?
No, it's just like, it's one of those things that hangs. I like when orange hangs.
Yeah, or coffee hangs.
Coffee's good though. Like...
Yeah, it's a good smell.
It's more mellow. Like orange attacks.
Yeah.
Why doesn't apple or pear why don't other fruits attack?
I don't know. Banana definitely attacks though.
Yeah.
Anyways. So yeah. How was your day today, sweetie?
You don't spend money to save money.
You don't spend $1 to save 30 cents.
No, you don't spend $1 to save $1.
No, he said you don't spend $1 to save 30 cents. 'Cause 30%.
Tax guy, if you're watching, text in. Tell her.
Hey,
she's
he has
wrong.
a name.
Well, I don't know if we're outing him.
Oh.
He might not be needing more clients, you know?
His name is
he
the
needs
most...
to have time for us.
Right,
if
that's
other
true.
people come in, he doesn't
That's
have time
true.
for us.
That's true. But also he has a super generic first name that like nobody would know.
Yeah, Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Why do you use a computer?
Because this is where I wrote the ideas down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Which I want a new computer so I could write it off.
But you don't. Spend $1.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Okay.
So you're listening to this on not a Wednesday. And we were going to change the podcast date to be Thursday, Friday. We just couldn't make a decision, so we're calling it Thursday, Friday. But we're going to keep it at Wednesday.
Wednesday what? Wednesday it's uploaded.
Yeah, like Wednesday
Okay.
at noon, you'll have the podcast.
Noon, okay.
Yeah, because we'll do it on Tuesday.
We're doing a lot of admin on air.
I know.
So like exporting on Tuesday evening. And...
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to cause a fight, but it's not working.
Why?
Because I feel like
what's the issue?
our podcast is going to die. Oh, I just know that you don't like doing admin on air.
No,
Actually, that's not true.
I don't
because
care.
you made a comment in one of the podcasts and you're like,
It's okay to
it's
do
okay
admin
to
on
do
air."
admin on air. Ah, what do you guys think? I don't know if it's okay to do admin on air. It's not dirty laundry, but it's also not polished turd.
You're trying to start a fight for content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to start a fight for content because I think the podcast is going to end if we keep getting along.
Like, do I start nitpicking?
Like, guys, you know how we used to have those really fun segments where I would take a stance on something or Eric would take a stance on something, and it would be a he shed, she shed by the seashore. It would be like a he said, she said thing, and you guys would choose sides, and you guys would text in and tell us whose side you're on. We don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
Because we get along.
I think you just mellowed out. I think the she said was a little bit...
I'm depressed.
Woo!
What?
Like, oh, he left me...
You're saying my opinions are out there?
Yeah, the whole,
They're not valid?
Came to watch the NFL game with him. Like, that was a token
I did!
I know, but that doesn't win you...
You don't want to watch stuff by yourself?
We don't need to rehash, but that didn't win you points in that argument. You were stretching. You were stretching.
Not true.
Truth.
Not true.
Texting.
But see what I mean? When we have our little bits and bytes, we have our little...
Video watchers got to see that prop.
we have our little... What are they called? Like...
Kibble and bits.
No, they're called
Pork
tiffs.
and beans.
Our little tiffs. When we
What?
have our little tiffs...
Rifts?
It's...
Little,
no, tiffs.
Little handbags?
Like tiff.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Scuffle.
I don't want the
Doop-de-doop.
podcast to end, so I'm trying to...
Drop the gloves.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Lemons!
I mean, I can nitpick.
Okay, go ahead. Do your worst.
There was your stevia moment earlier.
Stevia.
Right. I'm in the middle of asking a question, just out of curiosity if she knows about stevia.
Stevia.
And in the middle of my question, she corrects that. Like, that was pertinent information. I was asking something about, like, oh, do you know if it's, you know, this, I know it's a sweetener, but like, is it as bad? Is
It's
stevia as bad for you
zero
as
carb sweetener.
And then I
As
didn't even get to the
sugar,
end of the sentence. And it was
aspartame.
like, oh, It's not stevia, by the way. It's stevia. And even that, I don't necessarily agree with, because I watched Breaking Bad like 4 times over, and it plays a key role. And there's no way they're pronouncing it wrong if it plays such a vital role.
Maybe it's the character. Maybe they're thinking how the character would think. And that character, who was it, Jesse?
Well,
Jesse would pronounce stevia
I can't
wrong.
say because it's a spoiler.
That's not a spoiler. Was it Jesse or was it
No, it wasn't.
Mr.
Actually,
Pinkman?
okay. In a way, that's not a spoiler. It's Lydia. Because
Who the
she
hell's
always
Lydia?
ordered a chamomile tea with stevia.
Who's Lydia?
Well, if you don't remember, just rewatch the thing.
Stevia. Evie. Stevia. Just like Evian. Evian.
Well, just like in the thing that I'm nitpicking, we've managed to blow right past the point. And we're not even talking about the thing I'm talking about because you are still on about stevia. So there's a he said, she said for
So that's
a little
it?
Instagram poll.
That's it?
Well, it's just, there was no need.
That's your worst?
There was no need to correct or... Okay, there was no need to interject with what you think the correct pronunciation is of a brand name. And more to the point, if you're going to correct me, have the correct answer.
The correct
So don't jump
answer
in with
is
something
stevia.
completely unhelpful and an incorrect answer. There's my 2 pennies.
My silence says a lot. Don't mistake my silence for weakness. It's strength. I'm not giving into this bullshit. Hey, would you want to live in a lawless city?
A lawless city?
Yeah, like, you know how everyone's like,
Like
F
the
the
Purge?
police and rules suck, blah, 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 blah. But, like, would you want to live in
Rules suck.
Rules
That
rules
famous
suck.
chant?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Would you want to live in a lawless city, though? Like a city without law?
No.
I wouldn't either.
That's literally the Purge. Like, there's a thriller series about...
Well, there is a lawless city in the USA. It's called Slab City.
What?
You didn't know about this?
Slab
I
City?
thought everyone knew about this. Slab City in the US is the last, like, free place on earth. So all those freedom people that are chanting
So
no
you
mask,
can
no
legally
mask,
be carjacked if you drove through Slab City.
there's no law there. Yeah, it's the last lawless city in the USA. And there's like Barbie. You guys look up Slab City on Google.
I'm gonna look into this.
It's like there's Barbies. It's like it looks very.
Hang on, finish the Barbie sentence.
There's just
What do you mean
Barbies stacked in a row around the city.
Well, people are waiting for the police to leave so we can stack Barbies in the city?
Like I don't.
What am I missing?
I don't know. It has the Barbies give it a very like unique aesthetic. Let's just call it.
This feels a little bit like Manson family. Like it's like a little culty commune.
It's weird. I don't know. Like I can see the appeal as a tourist attraction, but to like actually want to live in a lawless city, I don't see the appeal.
I don't have any laws that are holding me back from living life.
That's our white privilege.
Well, there's the laws, and the way the laws are enacted is different. Like, I'm fine with the law that you can't murder another person.
Right.
I'm fine with that one.
Yeah.
The way that the police go about trying to
Enforcing
prevent those
the law.
laws,
Yeah.
I don't like, but that's different from being lawless.
Yeah.
That's just being better policed.
I don't know enough about law to speak on. I agree with the enforcement thing, but I also don't know enough about law to know if there are laws that directly impact without the biases put on the law, if that directly impacts people of color and white people differently.
Some laws do.
Some laws do, like what?
Carding and stuff. Where like the police are allowed to come up and ask for your ID and whatnot.
Right, but
And that's predominantly asked more of
because
people.
of the bias that's put on the law. I'm saying if there's any law that directly, like, factually
Yeah.
affects people of color
it is hard to
over
separate that.
white people, because essentially it is the bias that's put on the law. Like the way that somebody
VAR, but for
enforces the
policing?
law.
Like a robot
Yeah, I don't know.
going around.
I'm saying, like, if there's I don't think there is. I don't even know why I'm saying this. But basically, if there's a law that says, like, oh, black people can't walk into the store, like the laws of the past. Like, I don't know if there's a law,
I see, yeah.
like a factual law. Like, if you were to read it, you're like, okay, that's definitely...
Well, not in a progressive society.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Anyways. I don't know. Why did we come on? Oh, Lawless City.
Because you correct my stevia.
It's stevia! Can you not take that away from me? Very little things have my name in it. You're gonna not take Evian, and stevia away from me, okay?
Does everyone appreciate she's yelling from afar, so it's not as hard in your ears?
Let me see what else I have on this thing. No one look at my password.
Like, there's admin on air, and then there's admin on air. Like,
there's no admin.
Signing in.
Oh, I lost 2.6 pounds over the weekend, everybody.
Can we insert like a celebratory sound? I think you're gonna need to blow your nose because I'm scared that's gonna land on me.
What?
Don't wipe it.
What's on my nose? I don't see anything.
Pause. Hold on, actually. Don't wipe it.
I don't see anything on my nose. Well, I can't see my nose, but I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything drooping. Am I losing senses in my nose? Really, you're gonna make me blow my nose on air?
You don't have to do it on air. You can turn tastefully to the side. Grab another one.
There's nothing in my nose. Look, it's empty.
If I'm saying,
do I have to pick my nose?
If I'm saying you need to blow your nose, don't then do the finger thing, because then the thing that you
can you do it?
Look at it sticking to your arm.
Can you get it out of me?
The hell I can.
Another one of Eric's phobias.
Phobias? Nobody wants to jab their finger up someone else's snout. Piss off.
Come here.
Piss off.
So do I do this?
What are we doing here?
Picking my nose.
Why are you picking your nose?
Because I don't see it.
But why are you picking your nose?
Because I don't see anything wrong with it. Did the sight of me picking my nose just turn you off?
The Kleenex is designed to avoid needing to go bare ass finger in bare ass nostril. It is a barrier to prevent you needing to do that. Like you're 9.
Was hotness lost during that process?
Respect. Respect was lost when I said, hang on, to go and get a Kleenex, and you're just knuckle deep trying to solve the problem yourself.
What would be the worst thing I'd have to do for you to be like, nah, I'm out. Just walk out the door, 2 doors down the chute, into the garbage can.
The worst thing?
Yeah. Like, forget murder or cheating. Like, what would you saw me doing it one day and you're like, dropped everything and just walked out the door.
That's a good AFQ question. Can I marinate on that and we bring that back at the end?
Sure. Can we talk about how I lost 2.6 pounds over the weekend?
Yeah, and it could have been more.
How?
Working out.
Over the weekend? I did work out on Sunday.
I know, but you're still easing into it. So think about when you're doing like a 30 to 60 minute deal.
I think the last time that I worked out was Sunday. Like, worked out my abs, sorry.
It's a routine.
I did my arms on Monday.
Once a week is a routine.
Yeah.
It's better than no.
Just like in shape.
Out.
Round is a shape too.
Yeah.
But we don't want. Anyways. So, I had really optimistic behavior yesterday. This morning, I mean. So because I lost 2.6 pounds over the weekend, and because I've been under my calorie count since then, I thought, oh my God, I must have lost another 2.6 pounds. So this morning, I bravely decided to wake up, strip, weigh myself, and I did lose 2 pounds. I lost 0.2 pounds. Yeah. So from Friday to Monday, I lost 2.6 pounds. And from Monday to Thursday, no exercise, just arms on Monday. I lost 0.2 pounds. I'd say I'm getting there.
It is lower. You can't argue that it's lower.
No, but the counting calories has been very hard for me. If you are also on a lifestyle change, or you just want to keep track of counting your calories because you're curious as to how many you're eating, that's how it started for me. But then it got me. It sucked me in. It became a game. And
what
now,
is hard about it? Is it that you feel like you're limited, or that you're sad that your old self was comfortable eating that much?
You know what? I don't know. I think maybe a bit of both, but I think if I'm honest, it's limitation. It's the limitation. Like, sure, I'm sad that my old self would eat a 600-calorie meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I'm also sad that, like, old me was snacking on nuts and seeds. Old me wasn't snacking on brownies. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I miss having that nuts and seeds snack throughout the day.
You still can.
No, I can't.
You
because
just can't have the bag next to you and just like
do you
go
know
at it.
how? No, I can't. I
need a
won't have
portion.
any calories for dinner. The day that I decided, fuck it, I'm eating 200 calories of walnuts and 180 calories of pumpkin seeds, there was like negative 100 calories for dinner left. We ate bok choy and roasted garlic for dinner. That's what we ate for dinner because there was no calories left.
I had something though.
Yeah, well, because you have 500 calories.
But I told
more
you what
than,
I was going to make.
You
have to like budget ahead of time. You have to know if I got 600 calories left and I go and hit like a 500
I don't know if you
snack.
told me that day. We can't go back to that day. We can't know for sure. There's his truth, my truth, and the truth, and we can't know.
Stop trying to start arguments for content.
No, we really can't know though. But I do miss having the snack, and I miss having my bacon regularly with my 2 eggs. Like 2 pieces of bacon is 200 calories.
I think it's 290. That's basically
290 calories for 2 bacon. That is breakfast.
2 bacon?
2 bacons.
Is it bacons?
2 bacon.
Bacon strips.
2 bacon strips. 2 bacons.
Servings.
2 bacon pieces.
Portions.
Lemons. Can we do it again? No. Okay. Somebody made a comment and was like, you guys need to like have a break from each other. You guys have been together too long, or I don't remember what the comment, something about us spending too much time together after getting lemons on the first try. Do you think that's true?
What? That
Like, okay, in a non I'm
do
trying
I
to hurt.
agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, baby. Yes.
What
I was going to say, in a non I'm trying to hurt your feelings way, like, I do miss time alone.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I'm just trying to do my Greek last night, and then you come right next to me, and you're all like, Greek right next to me.
Excuse me.
I can't.
You were trying to do your
Only
Greek
one-
last night, but the mistake of that statement is that I was already sitting on the couch and you came next to me,
I know,
honey.
but you weren't doing Greek.
You could have done your Greek in this room. In our office.
I could have continued to do the Greek uninterrupted if you didn't decide, oh, that's a good idea, I'll do my Greek now. But because you decided to do it and you holler the Greek, there's no need for it. Like, you do the boring exercises too. Like, you are adamant on getting the names right. Like, I don't need to know someone's name in Greek because I'll just know it when they tell me.
Vavra.
Yeah, I don't need to know how to say that because that's someone's name. I'll learn it as I need it. So I'm there just trying to learn which letter is which. And then you're there hollering Mark and Anna and all kinds of gear. And I just don't need that.
Varvara. Anake Mark.
Right. That is disruptive. That is disruptive. So if you could do Greek with more conscientiously of the people who are trying to do Greek around you. Dead air is not good. You learn this in school. You learn this in school.
What school?
The worst thing in radio is dead air.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's the worst thing. Probably the worst.
If someone is channel surfing and they come to nothing, they think the channel's not
right.
working.
But is that worse than saying something really bad and getting fired and now you're no longer on air? Oh, no, I think not. Okay, let me see what else I got here. Oh my god, it makes me enter my damn
Here comes
password
the password
every time.
again. There's admin on air, and then there's admin on air.
Continue. I have to keep conversations going. Let's go.
I
No
don't-
dead air.
I don't have to keep a conversation going. You came here with ideas. This was... She failed the first time.
No dead air.
Just narrating her failing to enter her password.
Okay. So I saw this thing that Mark Manson tweeted. And it was some list about like goal setting.
Who is Mark Manson?
Mark Manson is the guy who wrote the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a
Okay.
Did we say swear words on?
You have.
Fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. He's written other books as well, but that was the most famous one, I presume. What's so funny?
You trying to censor yourself was weird.
Yeah, I was trying to do a sound effect.
Okay. This.
Quack. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Quack. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Are you having fun?
I hope someone's laughing.
Okay, so he said,
And I quote.
think about this.
Okay.
Think about this. The point of a goal isn't a goal. It's the habits the goal motivates you to adopt. Because when you get the goal, I thought, wow, mind blown. Because when you get the goal, you got the goal. It's like nothing left, right? But it's the habits you form along the way to get that goal
Yeah.
that are actually, you know how they always like, it's the journey, not the destination, right?
Yeah.
So instead of asking, you know how they say, instead of saying, what do you want to do? It's what do you want to suffer for or something like that. What habit? It's not.
You hear that?
No, I have headphones on.
Oh, it was like crazy ass wind.
Oh. Train of thought. Come back to the station. Right. So when
Train of
you
thought.
have a goal.
Back to the station.
What?
Keep going.
When you have a goal, it's not what goal are you setting, it's what habits do you want to form. He didn't say that, I just said that. But isn't that like bing, 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 bing?
Well, I think it's good, but it's not like, isn't that what The Alchemist, that's part of the, like the thing you said is it's not the destination, it's the journey. Like, is that not a rewording of that principle?
Did I just get duped?
Well, it just feels like it's nothing. You're not duped. It's just reworded. Someone's throwing
Why
stuff
are
out
there
in the
weird?
hallway.
Okay.
That's someone throwing garbage down the chute.
Oh, I thought it was like our peaches mingling with our avocados in the fridge or something like that.
Well,
Like sausage party,
Yeah.
but fridge edition.
Fridge edition.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would that be called?
Well, it was still like sausages go in the fridge.
Yeah,
Sausage
but-
party too.
The sausages in sausage party were not in the fridge.
No.
No.
Some things were in the fridge though. There's like
So-
a frozen section in that.
Correct, but the majority of sausage party
I
was
know-
in the
I don't know how to answer your
aisles.
question because I don't know what you.
What would you call
Things that are.
fridge party?
Well, it's a play on the. It's a play on the phrase.
Yes, sausage in the buns
No,
together.
no, it's a play on the phrase sausage party. It's like a gathering of men.
Thank you, smartass. I
So,
know.
There's no. Is there a fridge related euphemism? Is that what you're trying to get at?
No, I'm just saying, what would you... It's not that deep, boy. It was Sausage Party is a movie about talking food. What would you name a movie about talking food in a fridge? Okay, forget it.
Why? Do you have an answer though?
No, I don't have an answer.
It's not that deep. It is though. It's such a good. Go on.
All right.
What else do you got on? Did it sign you out? You got to sign in again?
No, it didn't sign me out. Mark Manson also tweeted.
He's been busy this week. This is great.
What's something that your parents taught you that you didn't fully understand or appreciate until you were an adult?
I was wise beyond my years.
Were you? You've never had any pain and suffering, have you?
What's pain and suffering?
Like, if I was...
That's a hell of a statement. Go on.
I feel like you have horseshoes up your butt.
Okay.
Like,
This is not the first time I've heard that.
really?
Yeah.
Well, like, it's kind of true. And I don't know if that just means you've been manifesting your life since you were a child, like out the womb manifestation energy, or if you've just been really lucky. Like, if you really do have horseshoes up your butt.
But, like, I feel like this question
Eric
isn't
won't
like...
let me touch his butt, so I don't know about it. I'm not sure if you have them or not up there.
I think the purpose of this question is not what did they say in response to hardship. It was just like, eat your Brussels sprouts, it's good for you.
No, it's not. It was a completely A to C thought. Because you said, I think I've been wise my whole life or something like that.
We need a commentary track to the podcast so you can explain the
like
things.
how Seinfeld talks over the episode
Yeah.
to say. Yeah.
Jesus.
Sorry. There was another tweet that Mark Manson wrote.
Should we get him on next week?
No, I don't think he likes me. Because I've tagged him in several things, and one of the videos went viral on TikTok, and he's not commented.
That doesn't mean he doesn't like you.
He doesn't like me. I don't think he likes me.
Okay.
Yeah. Mark Manson, if you're listening, I don't know. I just get the vibe you don't like me, man. And that's fine. I still follow your life advice that doesn't suck. You know?
And if you wanna come on the show, just text in.
But he wrote, during difficult times, ask yourself, what do I have to do to make this one of the best things that has ever happened to me? Have you ever, we'll get back to the other question, but have you ever like felt that way? Because I don't know if you have.
You want to do it in Greek? Is that easier for you?
Ganis. Like, have you ever felt like this is the worst situation of my life? What the hell am I going to do to make it better?
I don't know. That's like a little bit emo. Like, I don't think I go down that road. Like,
I guess I'm emo then.
no, I would say I've responded to like setbacks that way, but not like full on My Chemical Romance about it.
Also, I just want to caveat this by saying that I'm not saying that your life is easy, or I'm not trying to say it in like a you've never been through anything type of way. What was that?
There's just stuff on your hat.
But do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to put down your life.
I'm not receiving that.
I'm sure that like most people would want an easier life. I don't know if I would trade. I might trade my life. I don't know. I'm having problems in my head, struggling.
Yeah, with that answer?
Not with that answer. I think that the problem is that...
Just so you know, sorry, the footage is going to cut off. So do you want to hold that thought until I reset the camera?
Sure,
go reset it in 5 seconds.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back.
I paused for a second there because we didn't do the...
Oh, we didn't.
On the last one.
True, but now we did.
Suck.
That's fine. I think I yelled, roll the intro. I think you can read lips just fine. Anyways, I think that the problem is that I have answered that question too many times to count. Mm-hmm. And so I always say that, like, I wouldn't change my life because I wouldn't be who I am right now. And it's true. Like, it's not some fluffy airship bullshit, whatever I just said, shit. It's not some of that BS, right? It's not like, oh, I wouldn't be the person who I was if I never got ran over by a car. Like, it is actually, there is truth to that statement. Like, everything that you've gone through in your life makes you who you are right now, because you form habits, you form beliefs, you form a repertoire of knowledge. You sometimes hardships make you turn to things like books. Maybe it's even worse than that. Maybe it's drugs and alcohol. Like, but those things still like shape some form of who you are right now. Uh-huh. And I think I like who I am right now. I think I do. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going through a low point right now because of my circumstances. But, like, I have a big decision to make with my ankle. And I think I would rather not make that decision. Like, I would trade it in for an easier life. But at the same time, I don't know who I would be right now if I did trade that in. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like having a hard time being like, do I want an easier life? Or like trading in my life for an easier life would be giving up the character that I have right now.
But if you go back to one of the previous Manson tweets,
yeah,
it was then like his perspective was the pivot. So how can you pivot, like accepting the cards that you were dealt?
Yeah.
how can you pivot to look back on that period as beneficial?
Yeah.
Which in theory is potentially like another 6 to 12 months bed rest-ish period.
Yeah.
What can you do when you're at home? Like, potentially people could have looked back on this lockdown period as, you know, money saving or
Yeah.
habit building because you're not wasting time commuting every day. Like,
Yeah.
that is a thing that people could have silver lininged their way out of this thing.
I think that's what it's become for us. Like, even the counting calories thing, I know we started it late into the quarantine thing, but we had many phases of this lockdown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the first phase was, this won't last long. This is so cool. Let's enjoy it. Like, I think I was even making fun of you for wearing a mask in the car one time. There's a video of me being like, he's
February.
so extra, like, blah, blah.
That was before it got real here, though.
Yeah, that's true. And then, what was the next phase of our quarantine? So, then it was like, I got furloughed from my job in April, and you were starting something else, not a job, but like you were starting an entrepreneur business.
It was more the phase of accepting that. I think this is around June, July. The phase when we're accepting that it's going to take a while for things to bounce back, even when things are starting to open up again.
Correct.
So then the pivot was, you know, here and finding a place where we are now.
Right, but that's skipping a phase. Like,
I don't know.
It is, because the first phase was like not taking it seriously. Oh, my birthday's in quarantine. That sucks. Everything's closed. This is crazy. Whoa, we have to walk in lines at the grocery store. Like, no way. Like in Arrows, you know, no way. And then the next phase was like, okay, you know, this probably won't last long. Let's try and make something of this time. We both don't have jobs.
Honestly,
And then there
we
was
just have different.
And then I think there was a phase after that.
Opinions.
No, because you can have your opinion.
Because March to June isn't that long.
I know it's not long. I didn't say the phase has to be long.
Yeah.
It's just different phases. Like, so from February to April, that was the like, oh my God, what is this thing? It was like the discovering period of quarantine.
Okay.
Then from April to June, whenever we made the decision, June or July, that was the phase of like, this won't last long. Let's try to make something of this time. Like, you start a business. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we had talks in my mom's room while she was in Austria, and we were like, well, let's actually come out of this, which we still want to, but let's come out of this period with something to show for it. And then by June, we were like, oh my God, we need to move out of New York. We need to come back to Canada. This is not ending anytime soon.
I think that's where I say that let's have something to show for it, because...
But you stopped your business that you started then.
Yeah, but that wasn't a business. It was like a game. Like, it was just, let's see what happens. It was as much a part of the whole weirdness as March was for me.
Okay, that's fair. And then, so then from June to what was the next phase? June to like, well, June to August or to September, I'd say, was our like transition. Like, we are giving up a dream because we had to. No, we're postponing a dream. And then the September to December phase was like, we're ending a chapter because we moved in here. We finished the taking a video every day in December. We're closing out the 2020. And then we like came at 2021 with like fresh new hope and fresh eyes of like, let's start our business. Let's really kick into gear making something of this quarantine. But I also think somewhere at the end of January, I started like getting super depressed.
But hang on, I feel like we're on a tangent here. What is?
I was just talking about the phases of quarantine.
Okay.
I forget how that started.
That's what I was trying to bring it back to. What were you trying to get out of reliving that?
I just wanted to break it down. What's wrong with that?
No, because you were trying to answer something about the pivot.
Was I?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't remember. I think a breakdown of our lockdown was pretty good.
Okay. Okay.
I don't remember what I was answering. Do you remember?
No, I remember the question you were answering. I don't remember what you were trying to
Oh,
get
what was
at.
the question I was
The
answering?
pivot.
That's not a question.
No, the pivot of how the current situation, instead of saying, oh, I wish I could trade it for something because that's impossible.
Yeah.
What is the pivot to say, in this situation, how can I come out the other side?
Yeah. Oh, I was saying that the counting our calories is like a new pivot. Oh, that's how I got into it. Because I said we're counting our calories now, and that's like a lifestyle change that I'm glad is happening. But I said it took us this long in the phase of lockdown, and then I started naming off the phases of lockdown.
I
That's
think
what happened.
in England they've had more of like a defined version of lockdown, because we've just floated in and out of different words like gray zone and emergency locks and stay at home orders. And in England they can actually say this was lockdown 1, 2, and 3.
Really?
So because they lock down, they open, they lock down, they open. Like there was a point in the winter where people were going to games. There was like 5,000 people at a soccer game. So I think they've had it easier, and I've kind of taken that on a little bit because I listen to so much stuff from England.
Yeah.
But like people were able to say, oh man, lockdown 1 was kind of like I just messed around. Like people were like finding excuses to drink earlier and earlier in the day.
Right.
And then lockdown 2 was like, oh man, I really got to get it together because I said in lockdown 1 I'm going to work out every day. And then that doesn't happen. So lockdown 3 is like, okay, this is the universe telling me that I really have to get this together and put these routines in. So like I feel like our lockdown 3 is right now, which is what our like work more or save more money or build a platform to be able to do XYZ when the world's open again. Yeah. That's our lockdown 3.
I've definitely saved a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I think like now I want to kick into gear like my career. I have a hard time listening to people say, and don't take this as advice, but like I personally, when somebody says just getting through the lockdown, just getting through this time is enough, I don't feel like it's enough for me.
Yeah, I agree. It feels like a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think a lot of people would have craved the opportunity to work from home every day and save 2 hours.
Yeah.
And what would you do with that extra 2 hours?
Is this our ambition speaking? Or...
Partially. Because getting through it is a thing in the sense that, like, it is different when you can't go and have the same outlets as normal.
But where do you think people are getting the feeling that just making through this pandemic is enough? Like, just making it through this pandemic is enough?
That's, I don't know. The way I might phrase that is probably harsh. Maybe it's not.
Oh.
You know, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Yeah. Is that what your mother taught you, that you realize is something?
No.
Hey, we're getting back to that question now. Did you think of anything?
No. I mean, right now, given what we're doing with calories, it's probably all the stuff my dad was banging on about with like plant-based diet and stuff. And not eating sugar. So
sugar.
If he's listening in.
Kudos.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Not that my parents didn't raise me well.
Battery's gonna die. You might want to sum up quick.
I'll just pretend that I'm saying something and then it gets cut off. I'll be like, my parents told me that it's done. Cut off. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like, there's this thing my mom used to do where, like, if she didn't like one of my friends, because we had Halloween parties, and after Halloween party, if she didn't like one of my friends or several of my friends, she'd, like, look at me and be like, Evie, so-and-so, and she'd take her finger, put it in her mouth, lick her finger, like, and then go, like, they're off the list, right? And she would just cut them out. And I always thought, Mom, that's so harsh. Like, I like so-and-so. And Mom was like, no, I see right through them. Like, they're not coming back. They're cut. And I think, like, not that I've adopted anything or have learned this, but I think that it is important to cut people out of your life that are, like, causing your internal peace to be disrupted.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know what my mom saw in those kids that she crossed off the list. And I still have a hard time like cutting people out of my life, because I always think there must be something going on in their life, or I must be the one causing, like, it's not them, it's me. That's how I always think. But like, I'm sure I could benefit from that, you know, logic. I don't know personally how to implement that, because I'm about giving people first, second, third, 10, 12 chances, and I don't know why. I don't know why I'm like that. I see the good in people, and I never want to believe that somebody's bad on purpose.
So your answer is not the thing that you realize is right, but the thing that you're still working on, because I see it being valid.
I see it being like valuable. Like, I think it's something that I didn't understand back then, but as an adult, I understand. I just have a hard time implementing. It's like, eating salads are better for you than eating McDonald's, but you still eat McDonald's. Do you know what I mean?
It's a lot easier now that you don't have to see them at school every day, though.
Right, it is. And I do feel like I've isolated myself like too much.
We're still going here, video people. We can wrap this up, but you're not gonna be able to see us.
Yeah, but let's wrap it up.
Audio people, that was the camera dying.
I think that's a pretty good ending.
Yeah.
So just remember, eat your veggies and cross people off your list. See you next week.